I'm Dan Burrows for Daily Finance. It's no surprise that people just hate inflation. I mean, nobody likes paying higher prices for stuff, but it turns out that deflation, in the long run at least, is far worse, and most people don't even know why that is. Do you know what deflation is?
Do I know? Yes, but I don't know if I can explain it in layman's terms.
Deflation?
Deflation?
It's going to be the opposite of inflation.
When the prices go down?
Just give it a shot, it's okay.
Give it a shot. Okay, deflation, I don't even know. You explain it.
Is it when the market, the dollar decreases and things like that?
This is Gary Schilling. I'm president of A. Gary Schilling and Company. Deflation is when prices are declining. Now that doesn't mean each and every price declines. And general inflation is when overall prices, as measured, say, by the Consumer Price Index, are declining. What causes deflation? It's really a matter of supply exceeding demand. That's true in any market. When you've got excess supply, the way it gets resolved is prices are forced down. Now, deflation can come in many, many forms. You can have house price deflation. That's what we've had in this country recently. You can have stock market deflation. That happened after the dot-com bubble broke, and in 2007 to 2009 in stocks. Many forms of deflation, but general inflation is what I think we have ahead, meaning aggregate prices measured by wholesale price indices or consumer prices are declining. Now, why is that important? Well, it makes life very, very different, particularly since we haven't had that since the 1930s, and most people are geared toward inflation. Hey, people thought that house prices were going to rise forever, and it was a rude awakening when they found out that they can and do decline. If you have declining prices in general, if you have deflation, it means that debts are very difficult to repay. In other words, somebody's income might be declining, so their ability to service that debt is going to be tougher and tougher, but the debt itself doesn't decline. It's set, it's contractual in deflation. So that makes it difficult. It also means that the prices of many things decline. So what do people do? They wait to buy. They say, hey, if I'm going to buy a car and I have the expectation the car is going to be cheaper next year, I'm not going to buy it now. I'm going to wait till the prices are lower or the rebates are even bigger. And of course, that means that the manufacturers of cars are stuck with excess inventories. They have to put on bigger rebates. They're stuck with them now. And then 6 months later, you say, wait a minute, the prices have come down, the rebates are bigger, so I'm going to wait another 6 months. In other words, you have a continuing downward spiral because of deflationary expectations. And this is something the Federal Reserve worries about, and that's what we have in Japan today. We've had in Japan now for almost 20 years, where people wait to buy an expectation of lower prices. Deflation isn't all bad. For somebody who's on a fixed income, their purchasing power goes up. Now, of course, many people, even if you have deflation, don't believe it. We all think that whenever we get a good deal, it's because we're good bargainers, good shoppers. And when we have when we have inflation, well, higher prices, that's the devil personified at work. And most people think that inflation rates are much higher than they actually are, and they think that they are loading the deck, that they're not giving you the true data from Washington. I don't think that's true. But the point is, right now, inflation is running year over year about 1%, and I think we are headed for deflation of 2 or 3%. That will be something that will be very difficult for many people to adapt to, but I suggest you think about it now because, in my view, it's coming.